Saudi Arabia is reportedly making moves to defuse the Mideast war as the Islamic Republic continues striking its neighbors in the Gulf, causing a major economic impact on the region and beyond. Saudi officials are reportedly engaging directly with Iran in an effort to contain the conflict using diplomatic and security channels, and European officials are backing these efforts. But so far, Iran shows no willingness to negotiate an end to the war with the United States and Israel. Missiles and drones from the Islamic regime have targeted Israel, the U.S. assets, and 11 additional states across the region, hitting energy facilities and civilian sites in countries such as UAE, Jordan, Bahrain, and Saudi Arabia. The Saudis reported intercepting several missiles and drones near Riyadh, while Iraqi forces said Iranian drones struck Basra airport and oil facilities. The Strait of Hormuz remains almost shut down, with only 9 ships passing this week. Global oil markets have been shocked, with supply routes under constant threat. According to officials, the Islamic Republic has launched over 380 missiles and 1,480 drones against the 5 Arab states in the Gulf, killing at least 13 people. 6 U.S. soldiers were also killed in Kuwait in a drone strike on a port facility. Dubai International Airport temporarily halted flights Saturday after an aerial object was intercepted nearby. Israeli President Isaac Herzog has responded to a question about U.S. President Donald Trump's renewed call for a pardon for Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. In an interview with Fox News, President Isaac Herzog said he respects Trump, but stressed that any decision on a pardon must follow Israeli law and the country's legal process. Herzog also said that while Israel is at war, the issue is not currently being dealt with. Here is part of what he said to Fox News.
So let's put things on record and in perspective. First of all, during the war, there are no proceedings at all, so it's off the charts and off the table, and the Prime Minister is solely focused on the war. I said that I will consider everything seriously, but I'm obliged under the process and under Israeli law to await opinions that must be given to me by the relevant authorities. And that is why, of course, everything's on the table, but it has to be done according to Israeli law. I respect President Trump tremendously, honestly, and I take the brunt with a lot of affection and respect to him because he's the leader of the free world who's changing history. But on the merits of a case, which is an internal case in Israel, I am obliged, I'm sworn in, and I'm the president of the State of Israel.
As the world marks International Women's Day, the role of women during wartime is in sharp focus, both in Israel and in Iran. Across Israel, thousands of women are serving on the front lines of Israel's defense as soldiers, pilots, intelligence officers, and air defense operators working around the clock to protect the country. Others are leading on the home front as doctors, paramedics, police officers, and emergency responders treating the wounded and helping communities recover after attacks. Their contribution to the war effort has changed history, but they're also having a special impact today in the war against the Islamic regime. A regime which systematically oppresses women in a gender apartheid system, which arrests and lashes women for not wearing hijab, which takes away their rights and even uses sexual violence as a method of oppression. The regime which beat 22-year-old Mahsa Amini to death for improper use of hijab. Yes, that regime is currently being bombed by the 30 IDF female Air Force personnel, including pilots, who are involved in the airstrikes. Whether through symbolic support or kinetic, the women of Israel are proud to fight for their country, but also for the women of Iran who have inspired countless others to never give up, no matter how intimidating the enemy is. Wishing a happy International Women's Day to all the women of Israel, of Iran, and of the entire world. And now, in honor of this International Women's Day, let's take a look at an interview from right here in our studio with Sarah Friedman, CEO of World Jewish Congress Israel and North America, who spoke about the role of women within the Jewish community. Let's have a look. And in honor of International Women's Day today, we're joined by Sarah Friedman, the CEO of the World Jewish Congress. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
So for viewers less familiar, can you tell us a little bit about the mission and the goals of the World Jewish Congress and what you guys do?
Sure. To make it simple, we connect and protect the Jewish people. What does that mean? We work with Jewish communities in over 100 countries around the world to advocate for the safety of the Jewish communities in those countries. And we do that by leveraging the power of the global Jewish world. So tiny communities like Latvia, Estonia, and they're probably not even the tiniest, Albania, they have the power of the entire global Jewish world.
We know that women are underrepresented in many senior leadership positions, even in Jewish organizations. Why does this gap persist today?
By the way, underrepresented is probably like an understatement. Yesterday, in preparation, I asked for the statistics, and out of all of the different entities we work with, so it's presidents of either Jewish communities and organizations, we have 15 women for 93 men.
Wow.
Right. So it's not just underrepresented. I think it's a lot about the business and about what we do, you know, mostly in diplomacy and in government spaces. There's fewer women, but it's indicative of the entire Jewish world in general, where there is, you know, a lot less turnover. And so where women didn't really go into this so much in the past, and they're coming up, and there are some really amazing women that are a lot of great number twos right now that are getting, you know, more forward. And as, you know, as things will change, I think we'll see many, many more women in senior or higher leadership positions.
Now, how is World Jewish Congress working to remedy this, to advance the position of women across the Jewish community?
So we've identified this. Like I said, if we have this, if we have the exact numbers, we've built something called the Jewish Women's Alliance. That's together with a colleague of mine, Lauren Rose, together with Miri van der Zil, who is the former president of the Board of Deputies in the UK, and she's stayed on after that position to work with this, to bring together women in Jewish leadership positions in order to bring them together to help empower them, help them to grow, help them to find more avenues to succeed. And we're hoping to get more and more women on board. We see young women looking to come forward into this line as well, and it's actually quite promising where the future will go just within seeing this group.
Have to get involved with that myself.
You do.
I want to ask you, before I let you go, what is your message for International Women's Day today for the Jewish community, and what's your message about the future of women's leadership?
I think that it's really important for women to understand that, you know, not to give up, because sometimes it could be discouraging and you do feel like you're left out in the boys' club sometimes, but don't give up. Keep showing up. Own your femininity. We're not the boys, and nor should we be. We have other talents, some would say better talents, but keep coming there, keep showing up, and keep working hard, and you'll make it.
Do you have any particular success stories of work that World Jewish Congress has done to advance women into some of these positions, or projects that you're working on beyond the alliance you spoke about?
Well, the alliance, and again, we're really, really keen on promoting women within, you know, when there's an opportunity for us to put our hat behind. But it's really not quotas, it's about the best people. We just find that sometimes women are better.
Well, perhaps I'm a little bit biased, but I'd have to agree with you there. I want to thank you for joining us today, Sarah. It's a pleasure to have you on, as always. And thank you for all the work you're doing as well.
Great to see you.
Israel is in the midst of a mass rescue flight operation, with hundreds of Israelis already home and thousands more waiting patiently for their turn. But now outgoing flights have begun. Here with me in studio to give us all the latest is our ILTV correspondent, Devo Klein. Devo, what can you tell us about this?
Hey, Emily, it's good to be with you. As you know, every time Israel gets into a conflict, it's always a big to-do. You know, people being stuck in the country, people being stuck abroad, trying to get in and out. So it's really been a big operation here in Israel, as the Ministry of Transportation has been telling us. An operation that started on March 5th. They have now released a statement, the Ministry of Transportation, saying that a third of the Israelis that were stranded abroad when the war started are now back home. This is obviously speaking of 15,000 passengers that have come in over 90 flights, which is in and of itself a crazy statistic. Today, another 43 flights are expected to land. But Emily, as you said, the big breaking news now is that there's actually going to be outgoing flights now to sort of release people who have been stuck inside Israel in a war zone, essentially, and let them escape. That's not to say that people have not been entering and leaving Israel also on our land borders. That's also been very active, but very much not recommended by the Ministry of Transportation. So the outbound flights will begin today, starting today, and it's going to be, the current permitted quota per flight is between 70 to 100 passengers. So hopefully everybody can get home safe soon.
All right, well, thank you for that update. We'll continue to keep you updated on the situation with flights, but for now, let's take a look at the weather forecast. Cloudy skies are expected around most of the country tonight, with temperatures reaching lows of 7 degrees Celsius or 46 degrees Fahrenheit. Then tomorrow we'll see sunny skies alongside steady temperatures, seeing highs of 16 degrees Celsius or 61 degrees Fahrenheit. And that's a wrap for today's news. For the latest updates from Israel on all your devices, be sure to follow our ILTV channels and keep up with us on social media. That's ILTV_Israel on all platforms. Stay informed with the latest news straight from the heart of Israel. I'm Emily Schrader. Be well, and thank you for watching.